Moonshiner Shack. It's a chaotic mess of animal tracks leading in all directions. You identify several sets of tracks leading away from the cabin. A ramshackle cabin, or a ram cabin shack. This pod had been demoted from soup to chamber. Blech. Whoever was here last must have left in a hurry. There's still a poker game in progress. You draw cards until you beat all the hands that were left on the table, then you collect your winnings. There's a spare car tire leaning against the wall here. The tread pattern on this tire identifies it as a Lincoln, which sounds like an impressive piece of deduction, but honestly, the hot pad and the beer were a dead giveaway. A rusty old fire-powered still. You're pretty sure these aren't meant to be operated indoors. There's nothing in this jarro. Full of ashes, but they're cold. Seems like nobody's been here for a while. A couple of soggy bedrolls. Let's see. Follow the human footprints. They lead to, let's call it, an improvised latrine a few yards away from the cabin. You decline to investigate further. What about the duck tracks? Lead you through a lengthy sequence of locations that are zero interest to non-ducks. Cow tracks? Follow the cow prints to a big hole in the ground. Next to the lie, which a pair of shoes with fake cow hooves nailed to the soles. Huh. Horse tracks. You didn't follow the horse tracks to some water, but you didn't drink it. I mean, why would you? It's nasty swamp water. Cat tracks? You follow the cat tracks, but after a few minutes they lead up to a tree you're not willing to climb. I guess if I'm being honest, it's really a tree you're not capable of climbing. I'm just trying to preserve your dignity. Badger tracks. You start following the badger track, but after a few minutes you realize this course of action might culminate in you encountering an actual badger, so you change your mind. Terrifying animals, just the worst. Follow the tire tracks. You follow the tire tracks until you lose track of them in the water near a partially submerged cave. Check out the cave. Also check out the cow shoes. Huh. You should clump around like a cow. I guess it doesn't work if I'm in water. One of those Gatorman campsites. Maybe the ones who kidnapped Charles came this way. This camp actually is similar to a previous one. A lot of Gatorman tracks, a lot of discarded trash. These Gatormen sure are slobs. You'll also find a 15 out of 16th inch combination wrench called labeled CW. Looks like you're on the right track at least. Charles' other wrench. This must be referring to the deeper water that's way over to the right. Disobey. Ooh, close it. This Ford truck has been fitted with the Lincoln tires. That's a little ominous. This part of the cave wall is shining. A couple of shady-looking characters furtively skulking in this cave. Hi? Hello? Who are you guys? We're the Schlitz brothers. I'm Clem, and shut up, Clem. They might be a prohi. Oh, I ain't Clem, and I ain't Jarvis. Relax, guys. I'm not a prohibition agent, just a passing through. My name's Slime. Phew, well, that's a relief. Sure is. Good to meet you, Slime. What are you doing in this weird cave? Got ourselves in a right predicament. That's what we done. What happened? Well, me and Jarvis have been brewing up homemade hooch to sale, and I'm stashing in the back of this here cave. We got wind that the prohies were on our trail, so we figured we better cheese it, or pull the old 23 skidoo, you know? Gotta find a packet of mean lizard varmints into the hooch, and they won't give it back. We was thinking we'd just take the loss and blow, but we hit another slag. What kind of snack? Went and locked the keys in the truck. Still don't get why you go and do a fool thing like that for. I told you, I don't like that I went and did it on purpose or nothing. I'll see what I can do. These Gatormen got into the Schlitz brothers' statue of hooch. They're popping bottle caps with their teeth, guzzling down the contents, and generally having too much good time to take notice of you. They growl at you menacingly, plainly too saucy to just jump up and attack you. On the other hand, if you get too near their booze, that could change in an instant. What am I looking at here? Oh, have you not seen a gator man yet? It's hard to keep track. These are the guys Jessica mentioned. They're pretty much what you'd expect from the name Gator Man. They're intelligent, upright walking alligators. They have tough scaly skin, lots of teeth, and pissy attitudes about everything that aren't already eating. They especially hate intruders, and are the second biggest reason that this swamp isn't a popular tourist destination. First being, it's a swamp. In any case, these gator men are all still growling in a general direction. Offer to mix them some drinks. Say, you guys just drinking that stuff straight? Drink booze, so? Well, cocktail crafting isn't my specific wheelhouse, but I know a couple of recipes. I could mix you up some drinks that would go down smoother than that pure ethanol you're drinking now. Tastes good? Yes, mixed drinks. Great, I think I'll have the ingredients for one I call a Mickey Finn that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Dash of bitter, splash of orange juice, and a light dusting of soporific toadstool spores. Later, the gator men are snorting loudly on the floor. Nice. Like a gift horse, don't look a drunken gator in the mouth. Their teeth are creepy. Probably best to let this drunk gator sleep it off. Jarvis and Clem's hooch, or what's left of it. Grab it. You grab a case. Since you're heading back anyway, Jarvis and Clem can hold the rest themselves. This here hooch ain't for nothing to shake a stick at, that's for damn sure. Let's also fix this truck, just to be nice. You could probably cheapen the door open if you had a wired coat hanger. In fact, I do. You get the car unlocked, but your coat hanger gets ruined in the process. Shucks. Jarvis sounds kindly at you, but Clem is clearly fretting about the truck. Dealt with the gators. You can get your hooch at least, what's left of it. Well, heck, that's great news. Thanks, friend. We'll get to load the truck in a jiffy. I got your truck unlocked for you. Don't think that's a load off of my mind. Thanks, pal. I'm driving this time. Yeah, that's fair. Look like you guys are good to go? Sure does. Thanks a million, pal. You really saved our bacon. And how? Ain't got much offer you by way of rewards, but feel free to grab a carry of hooches. Thank ya. Thanks. Quickly load the rest of the hooch in the back of the truck and drive away. Unfortunately, you forgot to pay attention to how they get the truck through that weird tree hole. Oh well, maybe next time. Mudhenge. Ooh, look, there's a big shiny treasure chest on that tussock over there. What's a tussock? It's like a big clump of grass or a small hill. It's not really the important part here. How about that treasure chest? Are you sure that's what a tussock is? I thought that was a cassock. What? No, that's a thing that priests wear, like a close-fitting robe. No, I think you can get a cossack. This is a cassock. It's not a cossack. It's a 17th century Eastern European cavalry soldier. I'm pretty sure you mean cavalry. Alright, that's it. I'm done. Forget the chest. There's no chest anymore. Just go on to the next thing. She's touchy. I'm the one who does not know what the words mean. Ooh, Moxius Mudbloom. Very clean booth for such a muddy henge. Welcome to Mudhenge. What is this place? Friend, it's a Mudhenge. What is that? It's one of the area's most popular henges. Folks travel from all over to see this mysterious mud. Are there Stonehenges like that? I don't see the comparison. You don't? She sighs. Look, we could talk for hours about Stonehenge. Stonehenge is big. Stonehenge is strong. I've gone over all this. So with respect, what I'm interested in talking about is Mudhenge, which is a formidable monument in its own right, and so much more than a first draft of Stonehenge, as they sometimes say in the magazines. What's so special about Mudhenge? Special? Well, during the swamp solstice, it's said that the needle of the compass placed upon a central altar will point not to west, but secret west, where lies the thing you need the most. That's special enough for you? When is the swamp solstice? If you're in a swamp, it's pretty much always a swamp solstice. What is secret west? I'm no mystician, but secret west is the direction in which lies the thing your heart is most missing. It is said that a compass laid on the altar of Mudhenge during the swamp solstice will point secret west. That was the object of the Mudhenge challenge. But of course, we don't run the challenge anymore. Too hard. Too many missing presumed deads. What does that mean, thing your heart is most missing? Well, that's kind of up to you. Up to your heart, that is. Could be a secret crush, that new job, maybe just a piece of bread. Heck, I don't even know if I've even got a heart that works. But whatever you're missing, maybe you'll find it. Out secret west away. I'm looking for someone, Charles Wallace. About my height, similar build. Of the missing person? Person? I didn't mean to presume. Just a lot of folks have a habit of walking into Mudhenge and never coming out. That's why I don't promote the Mudhenge Challenge anymore. That's the very real risk of going missing that makes Mudhenge a very popular destination for tourists. Tourists want to go missing? Oh sure, folks get their thrills in different ways, but in the end, we all gotta get them. Me, I like to make earrings out of live scorpions. Is that dangerous? Mostly for grasshoppers on my shoulders. But again, they need the thrill. I like to visit Mudhenge. Well, and why wouldn't you? It's the best and most mysterious henge on this side of the border. Mission is to meet. What border? I believe it's all of them. I'll pay for anything I can do for free. Thinking about hopping the fence? Sure, go ahead. But there's one thing you haven't counted on. You won't have the informational brochure that comes with your ticket. Ooh, information! I'll take it. I knew you wouldn't be able to come all this way without seeing the famous Mudhenge. Here's a pamphlet that goes over about everything we know about the history of this ancient monument. Don't be a stranger. Short brochure complimentary with your admission to Mudhenge. Little is known about the history of Mudhenge. Okay. Welcome to Mudhenge. How do I get in? Get into Mudhenge? I don't see a gate. Why would there be a gate? Oh, I see. No. Entry to Mudhenge himself is prohibited by Monument Protection Council. Your ticket only gives you access to the observation area. We don't want you getting lost trying to complete the Mudhenge challenge, do we? Where's the observation area? It's sort of this general area here. I'll just go past. Whoa! Translated, the message in the rock reads, Drowneth Mary's crown buried past the huge tower. Huh. Well, I am already lost. Let's head over to the east. This crazed Gatorman appeared out of nowhere as champing at the bit to make sure you're nowhere 5 minutes from now. Clean his clock. Gatorman rallies for another round, but a hand rises from the swamp and drags him down screaming. Backpack stash in the swamp is certain to contain illicit material. Parental guidance is advised. Open it. There's a complete change of clothes in the sack and a black embossed card sticking out of the back pants pocket. Read the card. Drowned Mayor's crown is buried past a huge tower. Phrase so nice you read it twice. Turn the card over. The nudist creed, nothing is worn, everything is visible. You'd like to leave everything in the bag where you found it. Nothing is your size anyways. Ooh, Hoboglyph. According to this, there's an old boxcar nearby that the railroad company abandoned when it sank into the swamp. Sounds intriguing. I guess I can't just get out of here using the thing. Okay, so it all leads to the same thing, I guess. Yep, I'm hopelessly lost. What I take to be a giant bleeding tooth jutting out of a tree stump turned out to be one of those mushrooms that looks like a giant bleeding tooth. Take the blood. Sunken boxcar. Phew! Finally found ya. Everything good, Simone? Not used to operating in adventurer mode, but sure. How'd you find me? Oh, I just whipped us a little program to determine the most statistically likely place to go next. Gosh, am I that predictable? Everybody is with the right math. This looks very dangerous. Everything has predictably fallen off of this table. Poetry jokes are full of slant rhymes. This would fail a railroad safety inspection for at least 2 reasons. You're perplexed by the hobo's decision to sleep with his head pointing downhill. He's a diagonal hobo, although I suppose from your perspective he looks normal. Oh hi, sorry, I didn't know anyone was living here. Suppose I should stop being surprised by that. It's quite alright. I'm Pepperidge Dolphin. Welcome to my humble abode. Thanks, I'm Slime Green. Next boxcar you out here, far from being a little steep. Steep? Oh, yes. You know, I've grown so accustomed to the tilt I hardly notice anymore. Apart from when I try to play marbles. We must be really going downhill. Yes, quite. Your accent is different from most hobos I've met. Well, my family is from old money, you see. How old? Old enough that it all turned to dust. All that remains is a rambling old manor house that I can't afford to maintain. So, I decided this will be a splendid opportunity to expand my horizons. The horizon is typically a bit more level. Why are you living in a boxcar in a swamp? Well, to be honest, it's been difficult to part with the old estate. It says, as far as I've been able to get before the homesickness becomes overwhelming. Ah, how bittersweet. Indeed. I wonder, could you spare the time to help me? I could be done with the place if I had proper souvenir, specifically my father's collection of antique padlocks. And you can't get them yourself because of the memories? It's more of a lack of memories. I've forgotten where the keys are. Sure, I'll help you. Thank you. There are 11 locks altogether, except they won't actually all be together, will they? I'm afraid not, no. Here, I'll mark the location of the house on your... Is it a sponge? There's also something I should tell you about the house. Oh good, here it comes. I just want to let you know there aren't any ghosts haunting the property. There aren't any? That's correct. Not a one. My family had never suffered any violent or traumatic deaths. This is something you felt you had to warn me about. Not really a warning as such. I just thought you might like to know. Huh. Okay, thanks. Be back with your 11 padlocks. Flash your light cuts through the trees, and the glare passes when you see it. Poking at head out of the canopy. A telescope! I fancied a telescope ever since you were a child. You press your nose to the window of the telescope shop for hours. The proprietor would run out and threaten to tan your glutes with a tripod. I think you're thinking of something else. That has never happened to you? Funny. It's a pretty universal experience. Anyway, telescopes up there in the trees if you want it. Keep going where you're going. Looks like this car was left to rot. Unfortunately, it hasn't rotted enough for you to get past the locked door. Jimmy it open. You unlock the car, destroying the hangar in the process. You search the car. It's empty except for the glove box, which turns out to actually be a key box. The key inside is not the key to this car, and if you have a sense of humor like mine, you'll agree that this is a real shame. Not one of these Gatorman campsites. Maybe the ones who kidnapped Charles came this way? It's another Gatorman camp, alright. And there's 4 more wrenches here. A 31 by 32, 63 with 64th, and 127th, 128th inch one. Whoever needs that. And 2 55, 2 56. Charles must carry one heck of a toolbox. Each wrenches are laid out in the shape of an arrow, pointing towards a nearby hill. On the top of the hill, you can see some sort of fort in the distance, apparently hammered together out of rusty scrap metal. That's gotta be where the Gatorman took him. You grab all the wrenches and combine them with the other ones he dropped to complete a set. Front door's Dolphin Manor is unlocked. Apparently Mr. Dolphin's love of padlocks was unrelated to basic home security. This couch faces a wall. Must have been the Dolphin family's punishment couch. Calpurnia Dolphin died of natural causes. Mopey Dolphin died of natural causes. Hortense died of natural causes. Beasley died of natural causes. Goldilocks died of natural causes. Fansworth died of natural causes. Ooh, radio. Fancy serving cart. It's one of those serving carts they eat in posh hotels and in posh manor houses apparently, with a big silver platter covered with a dome-shaped lid. Just the right size to hide a severed head or a roast of some kind. Look in the dome. You cautiously reach out and grip the handle, and take a deep breath. Slowly you lift the lid, tilting your head to peek underneath. Oh, it's empty. No padlocks on the dinner table. That's both a rule and an observation. Though fine china to feed an army, you could only get past the padlock. And if you were in command of the world's hoity-toityest military. This oven is full of gross, steamy swamp worms. Ugh. In Pepperidge's father's house, there are many drawers. What up the sink? Rifle through them. Ooh, fuse. And one of the padlocks. The community has turned most of these dry goods into stale goods. See if there's anything good left. We got a fruit cocktail. Ooh. Oh yeah, could I open this garage? Punch key. Pop the lock off and the door unlatches with an ominous creak. Enter the garage. This cinder blocks are totally waterlogged. Wait a second. One of the blocks has a telltale glow of mana moss infestation. You drain the moss of its glowing juices. Some say the most powerful tool is a padlock. It's really more opposite of a tool though, because it obstructs rather than facilitates what you're trying to do. Old dough fan never got sick of tires. Workbench covered with tools, all rusted past the point of usefulness, even as bludgeons. Basement of the swamp house is, predictably, completely flooded. It's a kind of breathing apparatus if you want to go down there. Diving helmet! This spot contains the exact right amount of air to make it float like this. Nature really is glorious. Sunken chest! What terrible secrets might it contain? Ooh, it's a chest full of riches. Possibly cursed riches. Not that possible curse is going to stop you from taking them, of course. This sadly ruined book's all titles like Solved Mysteries and Exciting Tales of Non-Violent Crime. These dry goods have been forced by circumstance and no longer refer to themselves that way. See if there's anything good. The only container that didn't spring a leak, or rather get a leak sprung into it, was his can of Vichy Slice. No longer matters whether the machine is hooked up to the water supply or not. Somebody left a scarf in here. Climbing scarf, +5 hot armor. Ooh. Whether there was any evidence of this scarf being used to strangle someone to death, it's all been thoroughly washed away. Whatever these barrels were used to be full of, it's full of water now. This medicine cabinet is securely locked. Maybe it's full of deadly poisons. The fans use one toilet at a time, just like the rest of us. Flush it. Doesn't work. Maybe something's wrong with the tank. Check it out. Well, there's your problem. There's a key stuck to this float valve hinge flange. This bathtub's full of steaming blood! Oh no, wait. Red is just light coming through the stained glass rose hanging in the bathroom window. Still doesn't explain why the water is so hot, though. Ah, wet key on. Recovered padlock. 3 so far. Nothing underneath the bed except dust. A shelf full of books about sports. Ties are all too boring for me to even tell you what they are. Wardrobes were very important in old houses like this that didn't have built-in closets to keep skeletons in. You relieve the furniture of its contents, none of which are skeletal ones. You count the coat hanger. You got work pants and a coat hanger. Comfortable looking bed, free of bloodstains or vaguely person-shaped lumps under the blanket. Check under the pillow. Ooh, shiny. Someone's trading in a key-shaped tooth. Nightstand has one empty drawer and one locked drawer, and an eerie, ghostly sound is coming from inside it. The toy box is disappointingly empty. Not even a BB gun or a creepy doll. Maybe the doll is hiding elsewhere. Huh. Unlock with a shiny key. There's a jewelry box on this table. Open it. It contains, to your non-surprise, jewelry. Perfectly normal jewelry. A fancy nightstand. Fancy nightstand's contents are disappointingly non-fancy. You're hoping this key would be much fancier. This bed looks inviting, but nobody seems to have accepted the invitation for quite some time. The cedar chest is locked and easily big enough to hide a skeleton in, or even a whole body. It's fancy vanity, which appeals to your pedestrian vanity. Look through the drawers. There's some leftover makeup in one of the drawers. Neat. Oops. Unlock it. You assume that Dolphin was superstitious enough to not store any padlocks on the east side of his attic. That's how you get family curses, probably. Lots of boxes, but none of them say padlocks on them, and you're not motivated to search them otherwise. Who knows what grisly things you might find. This workbench is strewn with bits and gizmos and bits of gizmos. Amongst all that, you'll find what looks like a miniature radio carved from driftwood. Grab it. A radio small enough to carry. Amazing! Maybe you listen to it periodically, it'll warn you about any nearby monsters that are actually manifestations of your repressed traumas. Or maybe it'll just give you the baseball scores. Build a better radio and the world will be the path to your door. Better one than this one, I mean. You hold the radio up to your ear. Boy asks, "Gee, Pop, where'd you get all that treasure? Is it a cursed pirate horse stolen from the ruins of an ancient civilization?" "Aha, no son, nothing like that. Just sound invested in perfectly normal and moral financial markets." Those voices so eerie. You hold the radio up to your ear. You hear a little girl's voice shouting, "Mom, Mom, a terrible ghoul stole the key to my nightstand." Woman replies, "Now dear, don't call your brother Ralphie a terrible ghoul. He probably hid that key in the potted plant in the hall like he always does." Found dirt in a planter where presumably a plant in a planter once stood. You dig around the dirt and find a key. So predictable, that Ralphie. I feel like I'm hearing ghosts. I'm definitely hearing ghosts. You hold the radio up to your ear. Ghostly voice wails, "Who stole my golden arm?" Then a boy's voice says, "Oh, come on, sis, don't you know any other ghost stories? That's the only one you ever tell." Unlock it. You got a recover padlock and a creepy music box. You hear a man's voice scolding angrily. "For goodness sakes, Agnes, you're obsessed! Obsessed with taping things to the backs of paintings, just like your aunt, One-Eyed Calpurnia Dolphin. You'll probably die peacefully in your sleep just like she did." Could this be One-Eyed and Calpurnia? Considering the eye patch and the fact that the painting is labeled Calpurnia Dolphin? Look behind the painting. There's a key taped to this back. Classic Calpurnia. "Remember, Ralphie," says a woman's voice, "you mustn't ever open the door to strangers." A boy's voice replies, "Okay, Mom, because it might be a kidnapper or a murderer, right? Oh, I'm sure that would never happen, but it might be a vacuum cleaner salesman, and we already have one." "Ralphie, why on earth do you keep flushing this fish zester down the commode? Have you been possessed by some otherworldly or demonic force?" "No, Dad, I just thought it'd be some funny place to hide it," comes a reply. "Please be careful around the kitchen knives, Rebecca. They're very sharp. I keep them that way because, counterintuitive though it may be, dull knives actually cause more accidents." "Yes, Mother, I understand," a little girl's voice replies. I wonder if I can listen to it in the... No, it's not going to let me listen to it down here. What's this sticky padlock key? A woman's voice says, Clarence, I'm so grateful that our families never suffer from supernatural causes, serial curses, serial murder, demonic corruption, or plague. I agree, dear. We certainly have been fortunate, and doubtless will remain so. A woman's voice gasps, Oh my, Clarence, why are you laying on the floor under your workbench? Are you alright? Were you attacked by a burglar or an axe murderer? Calm down, Agnes, I'm fine. I'm just practicing changing the oil in our car. Tool chest contains one tool and one key, which I guess also counts as a tool, albeit an extremely specific one. So, 2 tools then. Oh geez, that blood all over the... Oh no, it's just rust. Never mind. If rust were poetry, this key would be an ode to age and neglect. It's a creepy music box, which is to say it's a music box. The convenient thing about products with radium in them is that they're easy to find in the darkness of the coffin they'll ultimately put you in. Oink. You open the cabinet door and examine the sacks of fine bone china. Wait, bone china? Perhaps human bone china? Oh no, the brand mark is on the bottom is a pretty well-known company, so probably not. Anyway, you find a really fancy hat. You got a fine china helmet. It's entirely possible that this is just a gravy boat that you're using it upside down, but don't let that stop you. We definitely might be missing a key. Nope, not here. Oh, this tree has a hole in it. Conveniently, the hole is slightly larger than your hand. Honestly, for what is ostensibly a horror game, we've had way too few opportunities for you to stick a hand into a suspicious dark hole. You slowly reach inside a dark hole. It's damp and ominous, and then... Eee! You find a key. Sorry, that scream wasn't really justified. You got a Dolphin padlock key. Mossy. This key is running to the earth whence it came. You know, which padlock does this one unlock? Aha! This fridge is empty in both expired food and expired hide-and-seekers. You do find a key inexplicably frozen into a block of ice, though. Can't tell if this was done as a prank, or by somebody trying to break a habit of fidgeting with their keys. Maybe we can just toss it in the hot bathtub. Nice warm bath causes the ice to relax, and drops the key with a grateful sigh. Unlock it. You got Mercury Eye Drops. This product is safe and effective, and don't ever let anybody tell you that it's any different. Cause pad and Birthworth's finest tooth wax. That's 10 padlocks. I need one more. Ooh. Workbench covered with tools, all rusted point of usefulness as even as bludgeons. Wait a minute, is this the bench that woman on the radio was talking about? Did she say that? Oh yeah, lying on the floor under the workbench. Check under the bench. You find a key taped next to an old oil can. Go back to the second floor. Nope, not the attic. There we go. That should be the last one. There's a veil in here, and beyond the veil, nothing. You got perfumed wedding veil. This will come in handy if you ever decide to save money by getting married in the city dump. Well, okay then. As you run a clump of mangrove trees, or whatever kind of trees there are, you come across his face with a bearded gator man and his big filthy sack. I should clarify that it's a burlap sack and doesn't even have a face, just a gator man does. Oops, buy sack, 129 meat, sale final. Sure. You open the bag and reveal your prize, like Crimbo, a sad, wet, dirty Crimbo. Gator man skin pants. Not to be confused with Gatorman skin pants. These are pants made of skin and worn by a Gatorman. You're not sure what kind of skin they're made of. Hi, Pepperidge. Hello again, Slime. What can I do for you? Found your father's padlocks. Thank you so much. You didn't run into my grandmother by any chance, did you? No? Was she supposed to be there? No, that would have been highly unusual if she had been, considering she died more than 30 years ago. Here's your padlocks. Marvelous. Once I reaccustom myself to standing on level ground, I'll be on my way. There's a big hobo camp near Ocean City that you might be interested in. I can give you directions. Ah, excellent. I think I will head that way now. I'll see you there.